Remember when you were little and used to be dragged around to all these stupid, not fun, boring adult activities? Yeah, all the time, right? And then when you were slothing slow behind, you used to look up at your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, whoever, and just go, I'm starving. I can't move anymore. And they would just look back at you knowing that you're not starving and you're just being a pain in the ass and say, live off your fat. Well, it seems those snarky, sarcastic remarks to get a kid to shut up actually isn't really a bad idea. As the science continues to trickle out, it continues to show pretty promising results. What happens is all these little biological, well, your body transitions into this. What I'm trying to say is, you know what? Instead of me trying to explain it here, I'll just let me tell you live. That works. Happy Monday. What is happening? I'm whispering a little bit, don't want to wake up the house. But today starts 7 full days of no food, water only, reset the system, get some autophagy going, break those emotional and mental ties to food, and have some fun. Okay. It might be torture walking past every single coffee shop in New York City, but we're going to have to make it happen. The big challenge, now this is water only, that means no coffee. I know, the fasting critics and fasting gods argue this all the time. I'm just going to go with water, mineral water only, and try to have a little coffee fast as well. A little caffeine fast along the way. So I do have a trusty friend. My drink of choice will be Mr. San Pellegrino. I like it in the glass bottles. It tastes a lot better than the plastic, I find. And then probably mixing some Topos Chicos into the mineral water fun as well. In terms of things I'm going to measure, obviously weight, obviously feel. I will be measuring sleep with the Aura ring right here, so I'm really, really interested to see what those results are. And for blood glucose, I have the One Touch Ultra Mini, as well as the glucose capabilities on the Keto Mojo, and obviously the beta hydroxybutyrate levels, and otherwise known as your serum ketone on this baby right here. So got a couple of measurements. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's a busy week. If not, might be in trouble. And I will be recording daily and putting this all together. So the best part about it is you get to continuously see some morning hair. It's actually impressive right now. Usually it's like a little crazier. We'll work on that. I was going to get a haircut this week. I think I'm going to let the hair go a little crazy. So, first week in March, starting it off right, clearing the system. Stay tuned. See what happens. See ya. Alright, so, morning of day 2. First off, I gotta say, I'm still a little disappointed, again, in the lack of sleep hair. It's coming out pretty normal, which kind of sucks. Anyway, besides that, about 42 hours in, again whispering, 6 a.m., don't want to, wake the dog up. She needs her sleep. So I'm happy to report I'm not really feeling any hunger sensations right now, which is good. Done this about 3 months ago, did a 5-day fast, so and did keto in between for about 60 days, so I would assume that I'm pretty well fat adapted. Only really started introducing carbs back into the diet about a month ago. Heavy carbs, that is. So the morning metrics are glucose in the mid-80s, ketone levels were about 1.3. Last night they were about 1.2, so that was pretty steady through the night. Obviously going through this metabolic change internally, so feeling pretty good. got some yoga in, just meditated. Headed back to the city today, so hopefully the walk from Penn Station to the Upper East Side doesn't have me knocking down any windows to get the pastries they're showing it. We'll see what happens. Catch you there. What's up, Kim? Welcome to day 3. Again, just before 6 a.m., finished up my yoga, got a little yoga vibe music going on, you know, setting the tone for the day. So yesterday was kind of a travel day. I was traveling back to the city. Overall, pretty good day. Hunger sensations, not too crazy. At night, a little bit when I was in bed, the grumbling started a little bit, but I got myself to sleep. Didn't check the sleep stats this morning, but I did take a look into glucose and ketone levels, and glucose is sitting in the mid to high 60s, and ketones are around 2.8. So last night when I measured, glucose was in the 70s, ketones were 2.7. So there's been a substantial increase. Obviously the liver is producing ketones and oxidizing fat for energy at this point, and feeling pretty good. Like I said, I've been in a steady state of nutritional ketosis before. Obviously, it's nothing new. I think my body remembers it, so the transition wasn't that bad. There's been a little lightheadedness when I go and make fast movements, maybe from laying on the floor to get up, or from being relaxed for a while to moving quickly, things like that. Did pick up a multivitamin yesterday, and I took one this morning. I'm aiming for every other day with a multivitamin. Last fast, which was about 5 days, I didn't take any multivitamin, but I did notice some dizziness, and my extremities, fingers and toes, were a little cold. So I think, you know, obviously that's the body in survival mode as well. So hopefully keeping these vitamin and mineral levels up will help a little bit with that. Maybe not, but we'll give it a try. So about to go hit the gym. It's going to be interesting because I haven't touched a scale for 2 days, so I'm guessing around 190. Started the fast about 197-ish. So let's see what's going on. Stay tuned. Welcome to day 4. And before you freak out, I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, Kevin, what happened? What happened? Don't worry. Just a haircut. Just a haircut. Nothing to do with the fast. Just a haircut. Anyway, again, 6 a.m. Got those yoga tunes playing in the background. Just finished a nice little yoga sesh. Wake up the body, get the nervous system going before I go work out. Right now, it's just under 90 hours of fasting. It's been San Pellegrinos and Topo Chicos for days. As far as the current metrics, blood glucose this morning was in the mid-60s, which was kind of expected. And ketone levels were a little low in my opinion, coming in at about 2.9 millimoles. So if I look back at my previous fast metrics, glucose is hitting, ketones are a little low. Still, 2.9 millimoles is pretty high in that regard anyway. So not really worried, just going with the flow of things. The hunger sensations haven't been that bad. You know, I'd say the worst day thus far was Monday, that first day of the fast, that first 36 hours, which is consistent with what I've experienced in the past. Right now, just under 90 hours. I think I'm a little over halfway there. Yeah, aiming for like 168 hours, so staying the course, feeling good, about to hit the gym. Sleep was pretty good. I find you get a good couple of hours in, then you wake up and you're kind of energized, and you doze off intermittently for the rest of the night. So feeling refreshed. According to my Oura ring, I'm ready to climb a mountain. I have a readiness of 90. Let me see if I can pull it up. Firmware is updating. Looks like I can't pull it up, but basically those are metrics off my past night's sleep, where I had a resting heart rate of about 45, a good heart rate variability getting up to the 150s, and overall activity for the past couple of days. So it crunches all those metrics and much more. I'm not doing it justice. And it gives you a daily readiness score, whether you should sit back and relax or go climb a mountain. So today, after I go to the gym and have, my first meetings in the morning, I'm going to be looking for the local mountains in the New York metro area. I'm going to go climb them. That's what Aura Ring says. So that's day 4, or the beginning of day 4. Going strong, no major issues. Again, the fast didn't cut my hair. That was done by a barber, so don't worry, you will not get your ears lowered during a fast unless you go to the barber or stylist or whatever. We'll see you tomorrow morning, day 5. Keep grinding. We're here. Day number 5. I'm just kidding with you. Day number 5. Not gonna lie, feeling a little out of it this morning, a little tired. I think it's really because of waking up in the middle of a REM cycle, according to the Aura Ring. Otherwise, sleep was pretty good. A couple of disruptions throughout the night. I feel like the continuous theme is going on where I just sort of wake up at around 2 a.m. and I'm kind of ready to go, and sleep is restless till my normal wake up of about 4:30. But after I got a little yoga in this morning, I felt a lot better. Got a little sodium in, hydrated, so I'm definitely feeling better than just waking up. Now, in terms of the metrics, glucose could either be 92 according to the One Touch Ultra, or 65 according to the Keto Mojo. So maybe somewhere in the middle. Obviously, there's a big disparity between those numbers. Ketones, however, continue to stay steady at 2.7 millimoles. What I'm going to start doing is tracking the metrics midday now. I've been basically doing 5 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. with the measurements. Now I'm going to add sometime around noon to see if there's any fluctuations there. Probably should have done that earlier. Oops. Overall, not hungry, feeling cold, so the cold sensation is coming back from my experience of the last fast. Mostly not at night or not in the morning. It really is mostly kind of mid-morning, that 10 to 12, and then kind of a little bit in the afternoon. So it's not all the time, but I definitely had some moments there where I was putting on some extra layers. Now, it is freezing in New York City this week. That doesn't help. So it sucks to go outside. It's freezing to go outside. And when your body is conserving its energy and not pumping blood as efficiently to the limbs, that could be a little uncomfortable. So it is what it is, but going strong, feeling pretty good. We're just starting to get to that home stretch. Sunday at about 1:30 will be that 168-hour mark. I do understand that Sunday is daylight savings, so I pushed it back an hour just to make sure we're not cheating here. Rules are rules. So heading to the gym. Definitely gonna take it easy this morning, just some light body weight stuff, and we'll get on with the day. See you tomorrow. Good morning. Day 6. Again, right around 6 a.m. Got the morning yoga in. It's Saturday, so switch things up a little. Gym doesn't open till 8. Get yoga in, do some meditation, and then get some work done prior to going to the gym. One of my favorite things on Saturday is the coffee in between now and the gym. But I may have found a suitable replacement. If you haven't tried hot water and Himalayan salt, you are missing out. I'm kidding, it's not that good, but it works. It's all about that mental state of holding that hot cup. But I got my Topos Chicos going strong, and as I was meditating right before this, the same thought just keep rolling through my head about how amazing our body is. We're on day 6, almost 140 hours of nutrition deprivation, and I have no signs of hunger whatsoever. I'm operating and conducting myself normally, taking it a little light at the gym, but it is just amazing what the body can do and what the body's capable of. There was that study back in the 50s or 60s where someone fasted under medical supervision for over 365 days and just took vitamins and minerals and water and was perfectly fine. Lost a lot of weight, obviously. He was overweight, but was able to sustain that for so long. So one of the reasons I do it, yeah, it's good for the autophagy, the recycling of the damaged cells and the stem cell regrowth, as well as the increase in insulin, vitamin, and mineral sensitivity. Yeah, that's all fine, but one of the real benefits of doing a prolonged fast like this is the mental edge. You cut your dependency on your need for food. And it proves to you that Obviously, food is good for us. It provides nutrients, it gives us energy, that's great. But the modern day relationship with food isn't great. It's a relationship with processed foods, with a lot of sugar and artificial shit in it, and it's making the world sick. So getting to that mental state that helps change your relationship with food, knowing that you can survive and prosper without it for certain periods of time. That's just me. So day 6, sleep was well last night. My Aura ring is reporting I had, again, a low average heart rate in the mid-40s. Heart rate variability got up to the 160s, so that was all good. The problem is it's giving me a readiness of in the 90s again. So basically it wants me to fight a bear today. Now, I know I'm going to try to take it easy, but I hate not hitting activity goals. If it sets a goal for me, I'm going to find a way to hit it. Anyway, feeling more rested. Hunger sensations pretty much non-existent. Consistently getting a little bit of Himalayan salt under the tongue every morning to revitalize some of those electrolytes, as well as my mineral waters I've been hitting. The metrics on the glucose this morning were in the mid to low 60s, about 64, and then we saw a big jump in beta hydroxybutyrate or ketones yesterday. By midday, I was about 4.6, and again this morning, I was 4.6 millimoles. So ketones are on the rise. Obviously, since I'm not consuming any carbohydrates for glucose, I'm relying all on hepatic glucose output or the liver producing glucose in-house. That's pretty much how it goes. You'll see a jump in that after I exercise. Day 6, we're almost there. I'm gonna get some work done, then hit the gym and go find a bear to fight. Catch you there. We made it. Day 11, day 7, the final day of the fast. We're actually breaking it at around 2 or 3 p.m. this afternoon. My last meal was a week ago today, Sunday morning, so we'll add a couple extra hours there. Also, it's daylight savings time, so an hour got yanked from us, and I want to make sure there's no cheating here. I remember thinking back on Monday or Tuesday and just saying to myself, this is gonna suck. How am I gonna get through 7 days of this shit? And to tell you the truth, it did suck a little bit, but it wasn't that hard. After 36 hours, the hunger cravings kind of went away. My body converted into that fat-burning state. And from there on out, it really was all mental. Got a good night's sleep last night, according to the Aura ring. I've noticed this whole week my sleep has always been good, but it seems to have kind of stepped up a tiny bit to that next level. Again, with a lower resting heart rate, a higher heart rate variability, but all the metrics like latency, deep sleep, REM sleep seem to stay consistent. The morning metrics, ketones were at just over 4 millimoles per deciliter. Glucose was again in the low 60s, about 64 or 63, depending on what reader we were using. Now, one of the keys this afternoon when I break the fast is what you actually break the fast with. Think about it. Your body went through tons of metabolic changes through this past week. Autophagy has been in full swing at this point. And the digestive system has really been kind of shut down. Those enzymes that break down food have been inactive. Insulin production out of the pancreas has been dormant for the last week. So it's really key to not rush into things when you break your fast. That's why at about 2 p.m. this afternoon, I'm gonna break it with some vegetable broth, let the digestive system take that, and then probably an hour later or so, just some very, very light steamed spinach, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the fast breaker. Tomorrow, I'll incorporate more meals. I'll get some nuts, I'll get some more veggies in there, all whole, real foods to introduce back to the system and keep it a la natural, right? So, super interesting, great little experiment. Day 7, we're almost there, but we're not there yet. See you in a couple hours. So, there you have it. 170 hours, no food, water only, That's what happened. I want to urge you to remember that any nutrient deprivation is very serious, and you should not try fasting, prolonged, intermittent, whatever, without consulting a medical professional, okay? This video is purely informational. I wanted to share my experience with you. That being said, if you found some value, slam that like button. Subscribe for more health and workout videos weekly. Also, check out the show notes that have links to all the supporting information that you need. As always, super grateful for you stopping by. Look forward to hanging out in the future. But first, I gotta eat. See ya.
Is that your morning routine? Yeah? Downward dog. Good.
It's a pretty solid morning routine if you ask me.